I have completely changed my mindset and completely changed my reality based on these practices. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Jake Reyes, and here we are locked in. This is my discipline journey and the lessons I've learned along the way. So I'm be honest with you guys, I really didn't feel like making this video. A lot of things have been happening this week. Lots of things have been changing drastically in my life. And yeah, just, I haven't really felt super focused. I've been kind of all over the place. Just a lot of things going on. But what do we not do when things get hard? We don't give up. So here I am. This week is your thoughts are what create your reality. So what that means is whatever you think and however you perceive the universe and the world around you is how your reality is going to be. That's how your life is going to be. So we can choose how we want our life to be based on our thoughts. We can essentially control the world around us with our thoughts, meaning you can't control what happens, but it's crazy how much you realize you're in control when you think differently and things start changing. And that was one thing that really, it happened to me. As soon as I started changing the way that I thought about things, it's like once you program your mind to think certain thoughts or to stop thinking negative thoughts or whatever the case is, your reality is going to catch up with you. And your reality is going to put you where you're supposed to be according to your thoughts. I know that sounds a little far-fetched, but basically, how do we do this? First, we need to be open to change. So a lot of people say, oh, that's just how I am. Oh, yeah, no, that's just me. Maybe something negative about them. Oh, yeah, that's just how I am. Or, that's how my parents raised me. Or, yeah. When you say that, you're not being open to change. If there's something that you want to change or you want to change your reality, you want to change your life, you got to stop saying that about yourself. That's just how I am. No, that's not just how you are. You're choosing to be that way because of the way you're thinking. So we got to say this. When we catch ourselves thinking like, oh, that's just how I am. How about we say, but what could I be? Or what should I be? So how do we change our thoughts? We need to recognize patterns and we need to correct them. So when we start thinking negatively, like, oh, I have a big test coming up. What if I fail? Oh, I'm going to do something. What if it doesn't work out? Or, oh, I'm scared to do this because what if it has a negative impact on my life? Let's catch those thoughts, because our body's going to try to fire that off, because that's how our subconscious is programmed to think. And for the longest time, I thought like that. I had worrying thoughts. I had negative thoughts. I said, oh, I can't do that. It's too hard. Oh, what if this happens? What if that happens? Nothing has happened. You're overreacting for no reason. And you're not even, you're already coming up with an outcome before you even know what's going to happen. So with stuff like that, we need to catch it. So once that thought fires in your head, like, oh, I'm scared to do this. It's like, okay, let me correct that. What if that doesn't happen? Or let me remain in this present moment and find out what happens. But in this moment, I'm going to remain neutral and I'm going to try it anyways. So you're going to fight with yourself constantly, and you're going to feel like you're going crazy sometimes because your body and your mind is going to try so hard to fire off these negative thoughts, fire off these pre-programmed thoughts that you've been thinking your entire life, so far. And based on all this past programming. But through repetition and consistency, you will achieve success. And one day you're going to wake up and be like, wow, my mindset has changed so much. I don't even think negatively anymore. Like, that's not even a thing in my mind anymore. I'm the person who's open to opportunities. I'm the person who's open to trying new things. I'm not scared anymore. I don't worry about outcomes. I remain in the present. So how can we also, help this process is meditation and affirmations. And I know a lot of people say like, oh, affirmations, you look stupid, or, that's not, you say I am rich, but you're not rich. But it's like, these are the things that also help our mind and our subconscious reaffirm that this is how we want to think. And through meditation, or people refer to it as prayer, it strengthens the concept that we're trying to achieve here, and it helps program the subconscious. I know this might be a lot for you guys, but this is real. I mean, I experienced this firsthand. I have completely changed my mindset and completely changed my reality based on these practices. And, through the law of attraction, meditation, affirmations, I have literally created everything that I wanted. I always get what I want. And people ask, like, how do you get what you want? I'm like, because I believe I can get it. And that comes with my thoughts are creating my reality. The fact that I can believe that I can get it or that I can achieve it, I will get it. 100%. No doubt in my mind. So, but we never give up. So like throughout this process, this might take a long time to get your mind to change the way it's been thinking. Because think about it, I'm 26 years old. I have 26 years of subconscious programming to undo, so many things that we get from our parents, so many things, and they tried their best, but they grew up in a different time than we did, and so many things through life experiences. Some people are afraid of dogs. Some people aren't afraid of dogs. They got bit when they were a kid. Some people love dogs. It's like all these experiences are what create our current reality. And I was able to undo all of that and create my own reality and my own subconscious programming. But it took years. It took years of, constant repetition. Whenever negative thoughts, and to this day, negative thoughts pop into my head, but I catch it and I say, no, we're not going to think like this. And then 5 minutes later, it pops up again. I said, no, we're not going to think like this. And this is the type of work that it takes to do this stuff. And this is why we see exceptional and extraordinary people and we put them up on this pedestal like it's some unachievable thing, or that they were born with it. But no, it took years of subconscious programming and reprogramming to even be able to think that something like that could be achieved. So I know I'm going on kind of a rant here, but trust me, your life will begin to change once you start correcting your thoughts. You see patterns and you see negative thinking, you need to correct it in that moment and affirm to yourself that I do not think like this. I am not the type of person that thinks like this. I actually think like this, and replace it with a good thought, a positive thought, a belief, whatever you guys want. So that's my rant for the week. But if you guys like the video, make sure you drop a like. If you have any comments or questions for me, make sure you put them in the comment section below. And make sure you hit that subscribe button. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.